All right. I've spoken with political staffers working for both Democrats and Republicans, and I want to tell you something that they both believe, and they believe that you are all going to fall for it. Right now, there is a belief that everybody is ultimately going to fall for the AI slop. Now, let me explain what I mean by this. I've spoken to mostly Democratic, but also some Republican staffers just about like the outlook on campaigns and politics and what's coming. They mostly unanimously believe that campaigns are going to manufacture synthetic audio and video and even potentially like just completely synthetic events that never took place. And that enough voters are either going to believe the content or they're going to stop caring whether it's even real. Now, Democrats and Republicans are arriving at that conclusion for different reasons, but this is like there's a lot about the coming AI wave in my book, Pay Attention, but it's really important to understand the dynamics of this. There are Republicans who see an audience that has been conditioned to distrust legitimate information. And if an embarrassing video of Donald Trump appears, they've already been going, no, it's AI. If a fake video of a Democrat appears, they'll share it a million times because they want it to be true. So on the Republican side, by saying you can't trust the media, you can't trust institutions, don't believe what your eyes and ears are telling you, just believe what Trump says, they have set up an environment where if AI stuff that Republicans like shows up, they will just go, it's real, we're spreading it. And if anything shows up that they don't like, which is real, they'll just go, it must be AI. Oh, Trump was falling asleep 4 times in a week on camera. It just must be fake. So that's Republicans. The Democrats I've spoken to see AI really as inevitable, which I see it as inevitable as well, cheap, fast, and scalable. And they worry that if Democrats don't use it, it will be unilateral disarmament, while Republicans are just going to flood the internet with synthetic content that helps them and hurts Democrats. Democrats are going to go, we're gonna not going to touch that stuff. So where both sides are landing for different reasons is that eventually I'm going to accept that this is going to take over our political world, and that you are ultimately going to accept it. Now, is the technology close enough for that to really be something to talk about? It really is. In my book, I write about tests that we've done. I hope you get the book, by the way. I've put so much work into it, and I really want it to succeed. You can pre-order it at davidpakman.com/attention. We've done tests at the David Pakman Show where we did AI generated versions of my voice. And my own team, right? People who hear me every day, they can't reliably identify the AI voice David Pakman. If they can't identify the fake, what chance does somebody scrolling past a 30-second clip have of determining this is the real David or not, or this is the real JD Vance or not, or this is the real John Ossoff or not? So that's like that technology is there. It's already good enough to trick you. Video is maybe 60, 70% of the way there. We did some tests to see like how good is the technology for duplicating me in an AI avatar. My face kind of looked weird and I was like moving in a herky jerky. I was almost like Trump glitching. But 60, 70% of the way there, if it gets a little better, people watch on small screens, they're distracted. These things don't have to survive forensic analysis. They just need to look good enough for a few seconds, and then somebody shares it, somebody likes it, and that's it. So this goes way beyond just fake video of candidates, because think about what campaigns are going to be able to do. Campaigns could create synthetic supporters describing experiences they never had. They could manufacture protests that never happened. They can generate, thousands of personalized attack ads targeting each voter's fears, or, you could have a candidate appearing to tell gun owners confiscation is coming, and telling Jewish voters that rampant violent anti-Semitism is going to be allowed, and Latino voters are going to be told your community is going to be blamed for crimes you didn't commit, or whatever, right? You can scale all of this stuff, and none of it has to be real. The worst part of all of this is that it will make the real evidence easier rather to deny. If you get a politician caught on an authentic video, they can go, oh, that was a deep fake. and this is the liar's dividend, is what it's called. AI produces convincing lies, and it gives dishonest people a new escape from accountability because they can go, oh, yeah, that's not real. I write about this in the book. And the central question is not really like, is AI going to be good enough to trick people? I'm telling you, the audio stuff is already good enough. That ship has sailed. It's going to be good enough. The bigger question is, what regulatory infrastructure do we need? What will audiences tolerate, either in terms of stuff they know is AI or not knowing whether stuff is AI? And I mean, will political ads have to disclose synthetic content clearly? We've already seen the Trump administration put stuff out that contains AI or even like video game sequences, all this stuff. What will be the disclosure requirements? Can you flash it microscopically at the end after people have already fallen for it? And then are we going to have a system that is reliable enough to show, where did this originate? How is it altered? What's real about it and what's fake? When a fake video gets 40 million views in 36 hours right before an election, and then the day after the election it gets debunked, what do you do? Does that invalidate the election? I don't think so. Not by the laws as I understand them about elections. So we have political and legal systems that move really slowly. It reminds me of this thing where this was like a decade ago. I believe that there was a period of time where in New York State, for you to be considered to be in possession of child sexual abuse material, I hate this term, but some people know it as kiddie porn. I think it's such a minimizing term. It's child sexual abuse material. There was a state law, I think it was New York, which said, if you look at it in your browser, you haven't downloaded it. And therefore, the law doesn't apply to you. You have to like right click, save target as, have it on your hard drive. Even though it's in the browser cache, there was this weird technicality about the law. And until that loophole was closed, there were people who were getting out of trouble because of that. Our political and legal systems move really slowly. And this synthetic content can spread instantly around the world. And I don't think that the legal system is set up to deal with that. Now, if I ask myself, what do most viewers want? I don't think most viewers or voters want campaigns that are done by fake candidates speaking to fake supporters about fake events. I think they want genuine people. They want to know the person asking for my vote actually said the words coming from their mouth. The creator talking to me about candidates really said this stuff. Maybe I disagree with the creator, maybe I disagree with the candidate, but I want to know what people are really saying. The question is, who is going to enforce that? Because if campaigns learn the AI slop is effective and it's cheap and most people don't know that it's fake, they have the ability to produce unlimited amounts of it given enough compute power. And so some kind of enforceable disclosure needs to be there. Platforms need to be able to act before the election altering fabrications get millions of views and maybe affect campaigns. And regardless, the technology is going to advance. The undecided part is, will we allow political operatives to turn reality into another campaign variable? Maybe you get reality and you get a fake version of reality. And how likely are people to fall for it? And how are they going to react if and when they learn that they fell for it? These are really the key questions. Thanks for watching. Check out another one of our videos and make sure to subscribe so YouTube keeps our content in your feed. And if you prefer audio, subscribe to the podcast on Spotify or Apple.